I'm David Tillman, author of Nootropics Expert, and in this video, I'm going to share with you what I think are the best nootropics for 2025. I mean, we all want to know what the best nootropics for 2025 are, right? And that's why you're here. So in this video, you'll hear about the best natural nootropic supplements for boosting decision-making, learning and memory, focus, energy, and motivation. But, and this is a big but, the best nootropic supplements for 2025 for you depends on what you're trying to fix or support. And for example, maybe you're looking for a natural replacement for a med that you're using, or you're dealing with some other brain health issues, because it's unlikely that you're dealing with the same brain health issues that I'm dealing with. You have your own issues. The beauty of nootropics I'm going to be talking about in this video is that these supplements provide more than one benefit. In other words, what I use for adult ADD can help also reduce anxiety, depression, OCD, and even PTSD, and they'll even help age-related cognitive decline. And I'll also briefly talk about the benefits of using a pre-made nootropic stack instead of individual supplements. That could save you from having to buy and use several different bottles of supplements, if you could do the same job with only 2 or 4 capsules instead of a dozen or more. Now keep in mind that this is what I think are the best nootropics for 2025. So please avoid making comments down in the comment section about what about this supplement or what about that supplement. These are the ones that I'm recommending, okay? Because I'm probably not going to respond to those questions or comments. There's enough information in this video to start with and build your own nootropic stack. And one more thing, the information that I provide in this video may overwhelm you. So if you get frustrated in trying to figure out all this stuff on your own, then please book a consultation with me. I'll work with you, and in just an hour, you and I can figure out a way to put together the best stack of supplements for whatever you're dealing with, okay? You'll find a link to my calendar down below in the notes section right under this video. And please subscribe to this channel. Do it right now before you forget. And share this video so that others can also learn how to get the help that they need. And make sure that everybody has a good functioning brain in 2025. So let's get started on the best nootropics for 2025. I have my favorite nootropics after 18 years of trial and error, and I'll share what I've found and used in this video, because what works for me may well work for you too. The nootropics I'm talking about here are what I use every day. I encourage you to invest a little time and learn more about each nootropic supplements I talk about in this video and how it works in your brain. And I know this can be hard, but the reason why I'm encouraging you to learn this stuff, at least on a basic level, is because you'll find that many of these compounds, they share similarities and they work in synergy. This means that you can use smaller doses of each supplement for a bigger benefit. And the key to success with nootropics is having the willingness and determination to experiment until you find out what works best for you. There is no one-pill solution for repairing and optimizing your brain. It often takes several carefully chosen supplements to get the job done. But you may be able to combine several supplements in 2 or 4 capsules, and I'll touch on briefly on that next. Fortunately, I found the best pre-made nootropic stack in late 2015, which includes most of the nootropics I've selected for my stack, all packed into 2 capsules in a natural pre-made nootropic stack called MindLab Pro. I'll talk more about MindLab Pro in a few minutes and how it ties into my brain hacking goals. The company that makes MindLab Pro also produces a line of dietary supplements called Performance Lab. And before I go to the gym, I mix a glass of Pre-Lab Pro. It contains ingredients for mental clarity, more energy, better muscle performance and growth, and quicker recovery. I will include links to all of these pre-made stacks in the notes below this video. Just click the More button below, and it'll open the notes for this video. If you're new to nootropics, or if you have years of experience, but need a refresher on building your own nootropic stack, see my videos on this channel called Beginner's Guide to Nootropic Stacks. And there's another video called How to Create the Best Nootropic Stack. Now, you may notice that the nootropic supplements that I'm going to be talking about in this video, many of these same ingredients are also included in the MindLab Pro formula of only 2 capsules a day, or in Performance Lab Energy, or in Performance Lab Caffeine 2, or in Pre-Lab Pro. You can buy each supplement separately, or save some time and money and get many of the supplements that I share in this video in the pre-made nootropic stacks that I mentioned. Each of these pre-made nootropic supplement stacks are generally regarded as safe and non-toxic at recommended doses, but your mileage may vary. Because how you respond to each of these compounds depends on several different variables, including genetics, interactions with prescription drugs, and your current state of health. So please see my separate video on this channel for each nootropic I talk about in this video, and if you think you're going to try it. Because you must first learn the side effects and any possible drug interactions with any meds you might be using, and any other notes or warnings. But in general, the supplements I'm talking about in this video are among the safest cognitive enhancers that we know of. So now I'll talk about each of what I believe to be the best nootropics in 2025. ALCAR has remained in my nootropic stack year after year because it is such an important supplement. ALCAR helps transport fatty acids into mitochondria for the creation of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. ATP is your main energy source throughout your day, and it can help boost physical and mental energy. ALCAR is also a necessary cofactor for acetylcholine formation, which boosts focus and concentration, memory, mental alertness, and fluid thought. The antioxidant properties of acetyl-L-Carnitine provide neuroprotection. And ALCAR boosts brain-derived nootropic factor, BDNF, and it helps increase cerebral or brain blood circulation. Astaxanthin is one of the few antioxidants that can cross the blood-brain barrier and the blood-retinal barrier, which benefits both your brain and your eyes. As a nootropic, astaxanthin is a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, providing protection from Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease, and other neurodegenerative diseases. Astaxanthin protects your cells from this destructive effects caused by free radicals, which causes oxidative stress and it kills brain cells. And it protects cognitive function by increasing brain blood flow for better memory and overall cognitive performance. And supplementing with astaxanthin helps reduce cortisol, which causes stress and mental fatigue. This is another nootropic that remains in my stack year after year, and that is Bacopa Monnieri, which has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years. It is one of the best nootropics for studying. Researchers at Benares Hindu University in India showed that Bacopa Monnieri is as effective for anxiety as the benzodiazepine drug lorazepam. And unlike benzos, Bacopa Monnieri did not cause memory loss. In fact, it boosted mental function. Another study done in Portland, Oregon, demonstrated that 300 milligrams of Bacopa Monnieri extract per day for 12 weeks improved word recall, it increased attention, it enhanced processing speed, it boosted memory, it improved focus while learning, lowered anxiety and heart rate. Caffeine is an interesting nootropic because nearly everyone uses it in one form or another. Caffeine is the main active compound found in a cup of coffee and is an adenosine antagonist, which is why it helps prevent you from getting sleepy, which in turn influences acetylcholine, epinephrine or adrenaline, and serotonin. And it boosts the use of dopamine, providing part of the stimulant effect you feel when consuming caffeine. Caffeine assists in gene expression needed for brain-derived nootropic factor, BDNF, which boosts neurogenesis, which is needed for brain repair and maintenance. And caffeine increases the density of GABA receptors. It potentiates dopamine, and it causes some serotonin receptors to be more responsive, which is why you feel great soon after consuming caffeine. CDP-Choline is on my list of nootropics year after year because it's required for an optimal functioning brain. I switched to CDP-Choline from alpha-GPC a couple of years ago after a study from Japan showed that long-term use of alpha-GPC may increase your chance of stroke by 47%. A link to that study on alpha-GPC and stroke risk is in my alpha-GPC review on my website, NootropicsExpert. CDP-Choline is a multitasker because it boosts cognition, mental processing, and brain power, and it improves focus and motivation, and it reduces fatigue. CDP-Choline participates in the synthesis of acetylcholine and the release of dopamine, both neurotransmitters involved in learning and memory. CDP-Choline also helps repair brain cell membranes. The cytidine in CDP-Choline converts to uridine in your brain, and it works as a bridge between choline and neuron membrane synthesis. Uridine is used to make phosphatidylserine, which makes up a part of every brain cell membrane, and is needed to repair damaged brain cell membranes. Choline is so vital to cognitive function and nerve function that without it, we couldn't move, think, sleep, or remember anything. One of the best and safest ways to boost your brain and body with choline it needs is supplementing twice a day with CDP-Choline. Another nootropic supplement is on my list again this year because many are deficient in omega-3s, and it's affecting your brain in a bad way even if you're not even aware that it's happening. DHA is an omega-3 fatty acid. DHA is required for the healthy structure and function of each of your brain cell membranes, of which you have billions and billions of brain cells. Your brain is made up of about 60% fat, and much of that fat is DHA. DHA boosts brain-derived nootropic factor, or BDNF, which leads to better learning and memory. And DHA acts as an anti-inflammatory by reducing the enzyme COX-2. If you suffer from chronic depression, within a few weeks of adding DHA to your nootropic stack, you should feel your depression lift. You'll think more clearly and quicker, your memory and ability to learn will improve, and you'll likely have more energy and motivation. But it is very likely that you won't think to give the credit for these improvements after you added DHA to your nootropic stack, because something else will get the credit. The thing is you cannot get these benefits from fish oil or most omega-3s on the market because the dosage of DHA is far too low, and purity is also a problem. Your best option is to get your DHA from the source, at the same place that fish and other marine life get their DHA, and that's from marine algae. A recent addition to my nootropic stack and thousands in our community is the Performance Lab Omega-3. It contains 540 milligrams of DHA and 270 milligrams of EPA made from algal oil from Life's Omega-60 in 3 Nutrigels vegan soft gels. Another favorite of many, and for good reason, lion's mane mushroom is well known for neuroprotective effects. It's an ancient Chinese remedy and traditional medicine for improving cognitive performance and overall health. In our modern world, lion's mane makes it into some of the best nootropic stacks. Why? Because lion's mane stimulates enzyme production that releases nerve growth factor. It stimulates the repair and creation of new neurons, boosting neurotransmitters and brain cell signaling that helps with memory, learning, recall, and mood. Lion's mane helps eliminate brain fog, restoring cognitive function, memory, and mental alertness, and it lowers anxiety and depression symptoms. Lion's mane mushroom extract is a great complement to any nootropic stack for an immediate cognitive boost. This nootropic is another supplement I include year after year because L-Tyrosine is a precursor to the synthesis of the catecholamine triad of neurotransmitters, including dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. As your dopamine levels increase, you're better able to concentrate, organize your thoughts, and to stay motivated and productive. L-Tyrosine can be an effective treatment for ADHD. L-Tyrosine works in synergy with smart drugs like Ritalin and Adderall by boosting extracellular levels of dopamine, helping these drugs be more effective, and mitigating side effects like crashes when the stimulant wears off. L-Tyrosine also improves memory and cognition under acute stress. It helps improve decision-making, flow state and creativity, motivation, cognitive flexibility, and working memory. L-Tyrosine is a great addition to any nootropic stack, especially if you're dealing with ADHD or ADD, in helping prevent cognitive decline as you get older. For more tips on how to deal with ADHD and ADD symptoms, see my video on this channel called The Best Nootropics for ADHD. And for help with preventing cognitive decline as you get older, see my video on this channel called Best Nootropics for the Aging Brain. Phosphatidylserine is considered by many to be one of the best nootropics available today because phosphatidylserine helps the efficient transfer of proteins, enzymes, nutrients, oxygen, and glucose into and out of each cell. It is involved in the formation and sending of signals within and between neurons. Phosphatidylserine promotes healthy nerve growth factor. It also supports the neurogenesis needed for long-term potentiation needed to form long-term memory. Phosphatidylserine is involved in building mitochondria, which are the energy centers in each brain cell. And phosphatidylserine works in synergy with DHA for healthy and permeable brain cell membranes. Phosphatidylserine, or PS, is arguably one of the most effective and important nootropics we have available today. It has a reputation for improving alertness, attention, cognition, memory, recall, and mood. If it's not already in your nootropic stack, I suggest you add it right now. Maritime pine bark extract is also one of the best nootropics around, but relatively unknown to the nootropics community. It's a naturally derived, standardized herbal extract of the French maritime pine bark. This is a special kind of pine tree found on the north shore of the Mediterranean Sea. Pine bark extract helps prevent increases in dopamine, norepinephrine, and the glutathione and GSH disulfide reductase ratio. These are neurotransmitter problems which contribute to the hyperactivity in ADHD. Pine bark extract has been shown in clinical studies to be as effective as Ritalin in treating the symptoms of ADHD in children. Pine bark extract helps increase brain blood flow to and within your brain for better and overall brain health, because it increases nitric oxide, which helps dilate blood vessels, so more blood flows easier. This function also helps repair and maintain the health of the lining of blood vessels, which is very helpful to maintain and support overall brain health, maintaining signaling pathways, and leading to improved learning and memory. Maritime pine bark extract also helps prevent the accumulation of oxidatively damaged proteins, which may help to reduce the risk of diseases like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and Huntington's. In Russia, Rhodiola Rosea has been used for hundreds of years as a remedy for fatigue, poor concentration, and decreased memory. It's also believed to help make workers more productive. As one of the best nootropics around, this adaptogen helps reduce stress and fatigue, increase energy, alertness, and stamina, while boosting mental performance under periods of chronic stress. Research shows that Rhodiola Rosea can increase attention to detail-oriented tasks by improving concentration over a prolonged period, making it one of the best nootropics for studying. Rhodiola Rosea boosts mood by influencing serotonin and norepinephrine levels in your brain, and the feel-good opioids like beta-endorphins. It also helps with neurogenesis by repairing and growing new neurons, as well as activating the synthesis and the resynthesis of adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, which is your body and brain cells' main energy source. One more reason to add Rhodiola Rosea to your nootropic stack is it helps reduce inflammatory C-reactive protein. And solidroside, one of the many components of this incredible herb, protects neurons from oxidative stress-induced cell death. Vitamin D is new to my list this year because many are deficient in vitamin D, because the only other way you can get this critical vitamin is from spending enough time in the sun. Vitamin D is unique because it is not a standard vitamin. It's actually a fat-soluble steroid hormone. Vitamin D is mostly made in your skin from sun exposure, not in food like most of the other vitamins. This means that if you don't spend enough time in the sun every day, you are very likely vitamin D deficient. Vitamin D activates genes that regulate your immune system and the release of neurotransmitters, including dopamine and serotonin. Research has also located vitamin D receptors in areas of the brain linked to depression. A meta-analysis of clinical studies of depression and vitamin D status, including 31,424 participants, showed that low vitamin D concentrations is associated with depression. One of the simplest things that you can do to help relieve your depression is by using enough vitamin D every day. Vitamin D has been shown to play a critical role in neuronal cell growth and differentiation, neuron transmission, and the neuroplasticity that's essential for optimal learning and memory. Vitamin D has been shown in the lab to protect against age-related cognitive decline. In one study conducted in Detroit, researchers worked on aged rats. Older rats have problems with cognitive testing, just like humans as we get older, along with elevated levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines, decreased levels of anti-inflammatory cytokines, and higher levels of amyloid beta proteins in their brains. Supplementing with vitamin D for only 21 days reversed inflammation, and it improved the clearance of amyloid beta, showing the potential for using vitamin D to prevent age-related cognitive decline. Many who supplement with vitamin D3 report feeling happier, energy levels are higher, and feelings of depression stay away. Go to my full vitamin D review on my website, NootropicsExpert, for a clinical study that shows supplementing with vitamin D and tryptophan is a practical and affordable solution to help prevent autism and possibly ameliorate some symptoms of the disorder. L-Theanine is another favorite nootropic supplement that I use every day. It's an amino acid and one of the main natural substances you get from green and oolong tea. Many consider it the best nootropic because when combined with caffeine for the synergistic effect, it lowers blood pressure, it rejuvenates and it relaxes, it boosts thinking ability, it improves focus, and puts you in a better mood. This amazing amino acid, it boosts alpha and theta brainwaves, promoting alert relaxation. It increases GABA, serotonin, and dopamine use in your brain, producing an energizing and calming effect and helping you to go into flow, and improving cognition and memory. It is an antagonist of NMDA receptors and can inhibit synaptic release of glutamate, protecting your brain from overstimulation caused by glutamate and possibly glutamate toxicity. It boosts the use of the neurotransmitters serotonin, dopamine, and GABA in your brain, as well as increasing brain-derived nootropic factor and nerve growth factor. And it helps lower cortisol levels. Most neurohackers report a calming effect within 35 to 45 minutes of taking L-Theanine. Cognition gets a boost and energy levels rise, and it helps suppress the jitteriness caused by stimulants like caffeine. Some report L-Theanine has stopped their anxiety and panic attacks. So if you have an anxiety problem, consider adding L-Theanine to your daily supplement regimen. The B vitamins are included every year in my best nootropics list because they are essential vitamins that should be part of every nootropic stack. And they include vitamin B1 or thiamine, which is needed to produce adenosine triphosphate within mitochondria and is a cofactor in acetylcholine synthesis. Vitamin B2 or riboflavin is needed for the synthesis of adenosine triphosphate in mitochondria, required for metabolism and regulation of thyroid hormones, and enzyme processes in every one of your cells. Vitamin D3 or niacin is used for the synthesis of acetylcholine and cerebral blood flow, and it stimulates the production of dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. Vitamin B5 or pantothenic acid is needed to make acetylcholine. Vitamin B6 or P5P is required for the synthesis of dopamine and norepinephrine, GABA, melatonin, norepinephrine, and serotonin. Vitamin B7 or biotin is required for fatty acid synthesis for energy production, the formation of myelin sheaths around axons, white blood cell development, and it plays a role in gene expression. Vitamin B8 or inositol regulates cell volume, signaling pathways in brain cells, DNA repair. Long-term potentiation is a component of cell membranes. It regulates cellular metabolism and cellular energy consumption. Vitamin B9 or methylfolate is involved in DNA and RNA synthesis, gene expression, amino acid synthesis, myelin synthesis and repair, and required for synthesis of dopamine, epinephrine, and serotonin. Vitamin B12 or methylcobalamin is required for the synthesis of the neurotransmitters dopamine, GABA, norepinephrine, and serotonin. You may not realize the full benefit of a nootropic stack that includes things like CDP-Choline, Acetyl-L-Carnitine, any of the racetams, or any nootropic for that matter, without adding a good quality bioactive B complex. These essential vitamins are possibly the most important and least expensive addition to your daily nootropic stack. Some nootropic supplement labels recommend taking it with a meal, and the implication behind this recommendation is that the nootropic is fat-soluble and requires some fat for proper absorption and to increase bioavailability. Each of the nootropics I talked about in this video I'll have written individual reviews for each supplement that includes information about the solubility, the fat or water soluble. So you'll find videos for each of these supplements I talked about in this video on this channel. And each video includes a link leading to the original transcript for that video over on my website. And that's where you're going to find information about the solubility for each of these supplements. So do your own research, please, on each of these. This is a big deal because if you don't activate the fat digestive part of your digestive system, then the fat-soluble supplements in your stack will end up in the toilet and not in your cells where you need them. But instead of stressing out about this, and to make sure that all fat-soluble ingredients in my stack are absorbed, I use 1 tablespoon of unrefined coconut oil each time I take my supplements. You can also use extra virgin olive oil or MCT oil, like the Organic Performance Lab MCT Energy Oil, which I love and have linked to below if you want to try it. Unrefined coconut oil provides the fat I need for better absorption for fat-soluble supplements, and I don't have to worry about taking it with a meal. Using MCT or unrefined coconut oil with my stack does not interfere with the water-soluble supplements either, so it's a win-win. I've tried a lot of different nootropic stacks in the last 18 years. But in late 2015, I finally found one high-quality pre-made stack that covered all the bases. And that stack is MindLab Pro. I've used MindLab Pro as the base for my personal nootropic stack every day since 2015 and continue to use it into 2025. It's that good. In fact, in 2017, MindLab Pro upgraded their formula. Their B vitamins are now their own proprietary nutrigenesis vitamins, nature-identical nutrients that your body instantly recognizes as its food. Then in 2018, their sister company introduced an entire new supplement brand called Performance Lab. The company recognized the demand for far more choices when it comes to brain optimization and the need to support the rest of your body. Performance Lab offers the pre-formulated nootropic stacks Performance Lab Mind, Performance Lab Caffeine 2, and Performance Lab Energy. I also use and highly recommend the Performance Lab Nutrigenesis Multi, which I also use every day. This multi contains nature-identical nutrigenesis vitamins and minerals for whole body and brain performance that I can actually feel. Best one I ever use. This is by far my favorite multivitamin, and it works very well with MindLab Pro. In early 2018, I switched from using individual supplements to Performance Lab Energy because this stack contains Acetyl-L-Carnitine, or ALCAR, CoQ10, PQQ, and R-lipoic acid that I was buying and using separately, which was more expensive. Performance Lab Energy uses the patented, clinically tested forms of each ingredient in NutriCaps, vegan-friendly capsules and no additives, and just pure tested ingredients that work. In 2019, I added Performance Lab Caffeine 2, which I use occasionally when energy is running a little low, and I need that extra boost to finish what I'm doing. Because it contains natural caffeine from coffee robusta seeds, L-Theanine, L-Tyrosine, and it's supported by Nutrigenesis vitamins B2, B6, B9, and B12 for alert, clean energy without the negative side effects like the jitters. Performance Lab also offers supplement stacks for vision, which contains Astaxanthin, which I detailed earlier in this video. They also have one for sleep, a prebiotic, Flex for your joints, and a Pre-Lab Pro, which I use just before I go to my gym for a workout. And this last year, they also added several individual vitamins and minerals, all made using the proprietary Nutrigenesis technology to produce these nutrients. In the end, you get these nutrients in capsule form, which mimics what you would get if you ate enough fruits and vegetables every single day. I will provide links to many of these pre-made stacks in the notes section below this video. Just click the More button and it'll open up the notes. Now, you don't need to use the pre-made nootropic stacks by Performance Lab. You can get individual supplements and assemble your own nootropic stack. I only offer Performance Lab pre-made supplements because I use them personally, because they work. And I do get paid an affiliate commission when you buy any of them using the links I provide below in the notes section below this video. So if you do buy any of the supplements I recommended here, thank you. But you still get the same benefits I talked about in this video if you choose to use individual supplements instead. If you're feeling frustrated finding your ideal stack, my hope is that this video provides the pointers that you need to create your own best nootropic stack. Each nootropic I've talked about in this video works. How do I know? Because I use them every day. But I'm not the only one. Hundreds of thousands of people just like you and I have found success with these nootropics too. So that's my report on the best nootropics for 2025. If you want to see more detail, including the clinical studies I talked about, go to my website, NootropicsExpert.com, and search for Best Nootropics. or click on the link below this video down in the notes section. There you'll find a full transcript for this video. You'll also find dozens of articles on all the well-known nootropics on my website, NootropicsExpert. If you haven't already, download your free copy of Secrets of the Optimized Brain. It's nearly 100 pages and contains details on 92 of the most popular nootropics used today. And the second edition of my book, Head First, The Complete Guide to Healing and Optimizing Your Brain with Nootropic Supplements, is available worldwide. Head First, the second edition, is 962 pages and is in hardcover, paperback, or for iPad or Kindle. You can get a copy on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Apple Books, and Walmart Books, and other places that books are sold. I have provided links to each store below in the notes section for this video. And if you could use some personal help with choosing the right nootropics or figuring out how to deal with your own brain health issues, consider booking a personal consultation with me. You'll find a link to my calendar below. And if you want to see more videos on all the best nootropics used today, subscribe to this channel before you leave. I'll be putting up new videos on nootropics and optimizing your brain every week. And thank you for watching. I'm David Toman, author of Nootropics Expert.